Well, hello. I'm still doing my use-ups. So, welcome to my kitchen, or welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to make a quick and easy baked ziti. I have this, and it has already expired, past the expiration date, but it's still good. I did the old sniff test, so it's good, but if I don't use it now, I'm never going to use it. And this stuff is not cheap anymore. So I got that, pulled a block of ricotta out of the freezer. Now I know you can get this at Walmart and all that already shredded, you know, but this is what I have. It's still wet from being that. Some sauce, no, some pasta and some sauce. But let's get to getting. Let's heat up some pots. Come on. All right, let's get it going. Now, mind you, I am making 2 meals here because Eric can't have cheese, so I have to use tofu for him. So I have to make 2 separate pans. But the pasta I can cook together because thankfully he's no longer allergic to wheat. So, but if you were making this for your family, I would just use a box. And of course you want to season the water because it's the only time you're going to get to season your pasta. Okay, so we're going to get that to al dente. We do not want them super soft because they're going to cook more in the oven. All right, here we go. Typically I would buy this already shredded, but I bought this around the holidays when you know things were on sale, so that's why I got this. But I'm going to chop this up. It's a little bit dry because it was frozen and I unfroze it. It's still a little firm. Hopefully I'll be able to do it before it completely thaws out. But I got my Pyrex bowls out here. Who remembers when these colors were popular? These bowls are so old. I can't even say how old are they, right? I got this out for us and this out for Eric's. And what I'm going to do, since I didn't have it shredded, it's too soft to grate it. I'm gonna just hunk it up and throw it in here. So that's what I'm gonna do while the water's cooking. See, it looks funny. That's because it's still kind of frozen. Some of the moisture does things like that to it. I don't want that in our food. But I'm like rough chopping. There's no rhyme, there's no reason, there's none of that. And I had some little bit that I found in the freezer also with that, was some of this old shredded one. So I might use that for the top. So, you know, choose what you got. If you only got frozen, take it out, let it thaw out. I put it on the counter, went about my day, and here I am. Now, Eric's isn't completely thawed out yet. His is still a little bit on the frozen side. So I have sitting in a little bit of water. It'll be done. By the time I get done with this, it'll be done. So, all right, so let me get through this. You see how it's, you know, a little weird, but that's okay. It'll still taste the same. I promise. All right, so let me chop this up. Keep an eye on my pasta. All right, so here's the moment of truth. Is it rotten or not? I don't know. But we're about to find out. That would be awful bad if I did all this and then found out the cheese was no good. But it doesn't smell bad. But I'm going to dump it in here and find out before I go adding all of my cheese in there and finding out that it's bad. I'll show you. No, it smells fine. It really does. Said it passed its best by date was January 18th, 2023. So we're just past the best by date. But what I do with this is I'm going to add an egg. I only got 3 more eggs left to my name. God, eggs are so expensive anymore. So we're just going to add, I don't know if you could see what I'm doing. Yeah, just going to add an egg. The egg kind of makes the ricotta creamier, I guess is the word I'm looking for. Now this is the quick and easy kind that we're doing, remember, because I like it quick and easy. I'm going to head in. Oh, gee whiz. Of course, the phone wants to ring when I'm least want to. This is Italian seasoning. I'm putting some in there, and that's however much you like. Okay. There we go. So now I'm just going to add in the, smelling it again to make sure. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So now I'm going to add in the cheese. I'm going to add it right into here, guys. This is quick and easy. Quick and easy way to do it. Put it in there. I think I'm going to add just a pinch more seasoning, because it just doesn't look like there's enough in there to me. This is the same thing I use when making manicotti, when I'm making stuffed shells. Same recipe. Can I do it better and like layers and all that kind of stuff? Yeah. When I'm bringing it out for parties and things like that. When it's just us, as long as it tastes good, it tastes good. All right, well, we'll get back to this. All right, so ours is done. We're forward to Eric's. What I do with Eric's is I take the tofu. It's still frozen. That's why it looks weird. I buy the firm. For those of you who don't use tofu, I'm not a fan, but it gives Eric something. I put it in this damp rag or a cheesecloth or whatever, and I squeeze out all the extra juices. Really don't want to squeeze it on that. Let me get a bowl. I'll warm it up to sauce. I just squeeze it out. See the water that's coming out of that? I squeeze it out. Otherwise it's just too darn wet. I want some of the water in there for moisture, but I don't want all that in there. So, I'll put that in there. Get out another hunk. It's, like I said, it's still frozen a little bit in the middle. Put that inside. This is a nice clean rag. It's not been used. Wipe down counters or bathrooms or anything like that. Actually, it's new. There you go. Just squeeze the water out of it. Okay, well, there you have it. Let me finish the rest and I'll... All right, so we're back with Eric's. It's all crumbled up in the pan. I don't know if I'm going to need 1 egg or 2, but we'll see. So we're just going to do the same thing with his that I did with mine. Now, I'm not going to show you making his because it's going to be exactly the same thing that I'm going to do with mine. It would be really redundant. And because this is tofu-y. It's got a lot of seasoning to it. But I'm going to put it together. I'm going to put the egg in here. I'm going to mix it up until it has the consistency like this. I still have to put a little bit of his mozzarella cheese in there. But when I come back, I'm going to show you how we assemble our baked ziti. If you want to see more of the stuff that I cook for Eric, that's fine as well. Just let me know. All right, so there's Eric's. I just put a little bit of the cheese on top for him because it really doesn't melt like the other ones. It's really just there for looks, nothing else. And I sprayed my foil. I had to double it because it's really thin. And now I'm going to start making the entire house's baked ziti. All right, even though it's canned sauce and it's all good and everything, I always season it up a little more. I forgot when I was talking. So I just added some garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian seasoning to the sauce. That's all I did. Because I don't know. I always like to zhuzh it up, you know, just to give it a little bit of something, something. Those are my very technical terms. Something, something. Zhuzh. And I have a lot of really wonky, which is another word, wonky words for things. But we're gonna get started. So I'm just gonna start. I hope this doesn't spill everywhere because it is hot. Get some down the bottom there so it doesn't stick. Nope, I want more than that. Last time I made this, I didn't put enough sauce in the bottom and it was sticking. I think the last time I made this, I mixed it all up in one bowl and poured it in here. That's like my poor man's way. Well, you don't have enough, so you mix it all together and just put it in with sauce. That's what you do when you don't have enough. All right. So now I'm going to use my hands. Sorry about it. My kitchen, my kids. Your kitchen, your rules, right? Wait a minute. Okay. I wanted to make sure my hair was up and out of the way because we don't want any hair, and it is. All right. So we're just going to make a layer. A nice layer to cover the bottom. And we're just going to start building it just a little bit at a time. Oops. And if I have too much cheese for this, guess what I'm going to do with that? I'm going to freeze it and save it for something else. All right. So instead of using my hands and the cheese, put that down there. I'm going to use this little bowl. I was going to use that for the pasta, but instead I'm going to use for this. And that's our mixture of ricotta and mozzarella and egg and Italian seasonings. Then we're going to come over here with this. It's going to be the last time I can. Oh, wait, Eric can't have this sauce anyway. We hear him up there hollering. All right. And then we just smooth it on out. Moving on over. I know it's moving on over, but I said smooth it on over. Now, these, we like a lot of sauce, but what I do is I don't put a whole lot in it when I'm cooking it for my family. If it was for somebody else, I would be going whole hog here. But I don't have a lot of sauce. It's the last of my spaghetti sauce. I mean, I'd actually have to make some, so I don't want to do that. But, sorry, that's what oh, nope, that's not the layers. Then I take Parmesan cheese. This is, you don't have to, it's not necessary, I have it. So, and I'm just gonna put a nice layer in there of this cheese. Because we like cheese. I like garlic too, but, and that's it. And then we're just gonna keep building it. That's how you make it, guys. I don't know if you want to keep watching me make it. It's such an easy meal to make that anybody could put this together. To be honest with you, you don't even really need the egg. When I was married, my mother-in-law used to make hers. She said she couldn't afford cheese. So she would, the ricotta cheese. Oh my God, my brain. I did suffer a brain injury, so if you notice I search for my words a lot, it's because of that, not because I'm dumb. But she would use cottage cheese, and I loved her baked ziti. I don't like cottage cheese, but I loved her baked ziti, and that was what she was doing differently from me. I was using ricotta, she was using cottage cheese. That's it, guys. All right, so we're down the home stretch here. This is what I have left. And put this on here. I found a tiny, tiny jar of sauce under the cabinet that says spaghetti sauce. I'm thinking about opening it up and using that as the side. But I have to check my refrigerator first because I always have something open. Eric likes to go in and make sauce bread with butter. That's a snack for him. So there's always something open. Like this top one usually isn't the best of them in the way of having this kind of cheese on it. I'm usually I'm just topping it with the ricotta, but I mean not the ricotta, with the mozzarella. But I had this left over, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put the sauce on it now. And then I'm going to put a layer of the mozzarella, but watch, you'll see. Yeah, I'm glad I found that jar. I hope there's an open one in my refrigerator. Because I knew this just wasn't going to be enough, because I'm going whole hog. We're going to eat this now. Let me tell you. We'll eat this today and tomorrow. So we're getting, even though I'm using a lot, not really. I used a whole box and a bit for Eric. And I used 2 cans of Hunt spaghetti sauce. So it's going to need more sauce for sure. I put a nice thick coat up here. Because this, when I don't do this step right here, they know. Oh, and that one cheese that I took out of the refrigerator or the freezer that I said was, you found it in there, I opened it up. That was a no-go. So I went back to the grind. The stuff that I had found that was frozen. It smells like freezer burn. I'm not putting it in my food. So I found a couple of odds and ends, and that's what we're going to do. I don't know how I end up with open bags of mozzarella cheese like that. Like, how do I end up with it like that? And then we just put a layer of cheese across the top. And then I'm going to get some foil. I'm going to spray it down with a little bit of vegetable oil, Pam, whatever you got. You spray it down, because with all this cheese and high up as it is, it's going to stick to that foil. Nobody wants that. But yeah, that's what we're doing. And I'm just going to spray it down and put it on. I'm going to put it in the oven until it's bubbling and the cheese is melted. Because that's really all you need. At least I used up, I'm really using up, I'm actually seeing like space in my deep freezer. Usually I'm working off the top bit, you know, and it was just, I'm really going whole hog with this cheese today. But, because those were all crumbs, so I don't know how yummy they're going to be, so I'm just going to put a couple of big pieces on there. All right, well, there you got it, guys. Quick, easy. I'm all about the quick and easy. I mean, I do the whole other meals, but these quick and easy ones on the weeknights, and you're eating like it's a weekend, like a Sunday dinner. Come on now. I'm not playing. Yep, I was right. A little jar of Rinaldi's with this much missing out of it. That's Eric for you. He'll keep going back to it though, but you know what? Now I got more sauce if I need it. Okay, there you go. Okay, here we go with Eric. See what we got going on over here. Oh, there goes my timer, huh? I forgot I set the timer. That's funny. I knew exactly when to come back. All right, I'm going to take a peek into Eric, see what's going on there. See if we got to put it back in for the top to melt down a little bit. Sorry, I had to walk away. I had to get my fork. I didn't want to get burnt. I forgot to put foil down on this. This is Eric's. Whew. This is sticking a little bit. I'm going to pause for a second. Oops, I just dropped the other one. I'm going to pull out mine. Just give me a moment. Now, it shouldn't be melted or anything yet. It's just getting there. Yeah, see, the top's getting ready to be done, but she's getting there. We just got to get some of that melted going on inside this. Woo! Does she look good? Oh, I can't stand it. I want to eat it right now. I want to take one. I love these ones on the end. The ones that get hard. That's my favorite. I don't know why I like it, but these like little crusty ones, I'm not going to touch it because I like it there, but... All right, I'll put this back in the oven. I can barely lift it. It's so darn heavy. But it'll be back a few more minutes and we're going to be eating and start putting my garlic bread together. All righty. Looky there. Looky there. Looky there. She's cooling off. If that is not delicious looking, I can't even begin to tell you how good it smells in here, how yummy it is. I got my garlic bread in there cooking, so let me get the garlic bread out. Let me get it plated up. Kids said no side salad. If you get any benefit at all from my content, you can help me out by clicking like, share, commenting, and definitely hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. We just gotta take it out in a big old spoon of it, because this is cheesy, cheesy, cheesy. Look at that. Woo! Now Aiden and Eric are gonna be my taste testers today, because Aiden's gonna try his and Eric is going to try his. There we go. All right, meet you at the table. Look at him trying to get that out of there. Look at my grandson go. That's a 16-year-old digging like, look at this. Look at this mess. All right, Trey. Go eat your giant plate of, oh, we need scissors. Wait a minute. Okay, go. All right, so Aiden baby is eating the regular baked ziti. Eric boy is eating the tofu one. I can't remember all the time what it's called, but I got it now. So everybody, on the count of 3, you gotta be careful, it's hot. 1, 2, 3. No hurry. Ooh. Yummy, you got cheese hanging out. What you think, Eric?
I loved it the first time you made it, but it's even better the second time.
Awesome. And you, Mr.?
I love it.
I love it. All right. Well, I love it too. All right. There's my plate. I'm getting ready to bite into it. This thing is cheesy as cheesy can be. Okay. Well, there you have it. We ate half the pan. It was so heavy. I'm so glad I did not make the salad. It was so filling. Our bellies are busting. And there's enough here for tomorrow for dinner, for the ones who can have cheese. And Eric, this pan over here, I don't know if it's a 9x9 or an 8x8, something like that. He ate half of the pan. He could not stop eating. Right now, he's holding his belly going, oh, oh. So there you have it. I hope you try it. Start it again. Hope you try it. I hope you like it. Please like, subscribe, and definitely comment.